This is Isaiah 47, verse um, verse 6. I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. You know what I'm saying? The Lord has, has given us over into the hands of the worst of our enemies. Because of our wickedness and our sins against him, our trespass against him, So we brought here to suffer oppression. We brought here to suffer slavery, full oppression, oppression. You know, He's brought here to suffer oppression, man, by the hands of the worst of our enemies, man. He was grinded to the dust, man. He was grinded. Us as a people, man. We're still being grinded to this very day. Suffered, true slavery, man. But in these last days, it's all coming to an end. Because this place is on its way out, man. The Lord's having mercy upon us as a people, man. And he won't chide forever, man. He gonna remember the chosen people, man. He gonna remember his election. And through the election, Jake's gonna be saved, man. But 2/3 are gonna have to die here, man. 2/3 of two-thirds of Jake is gonna have to die here, man. Because of their rebelliousness, man. Lord, man, y'all about to shut up, let shit slide, man. The Lord knows every last one of the innumerable amount of Israelites that forsook him, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord said, miserable are they that, if I try to find it. Come on, this is Psalm chapter 16, verse 4. Their sorrows shall be multiplied that haste after another God. Their drink offerings of blood will I not offer, nor take up their names into thy lips. Their sorrows shall multiply. You're gonna have multiplied sorrows, man, because you hasten after your blood. Multiplied sorrows upon you. And that's 2/3 of Jake. That's 2/3 of our people, man. That chose to get money, that chose to sell their soul, that chose after Jesus Christ. That chose, after, Jesus Christos. You know what I'm saying? Your souls will multiply, man, because why? Because you chose after these dumb idols, man. But rather not to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. I chose to serve him. You know what I'm saying? Going back to Isaiah 47. Verse 4. As for our Redeemer, Lord Yahweh Shema Shah, hosts is his name. The Holy One of Israel. Read on Slaki, verse 6. I was wroth with my people, I have polluted mine inheritance. Yeah. You know? So going back to the point, how we was brought here to serve slavery, the Lord was wroth with us, man. The Lord was angry with us, man, because of our wickedness, man. Because we were sacrificing unto idols and not to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. It was really doing that, man. Right? I'm gonna get that in Baruch. Because Jake be like, oh, where was God during slavery? They even show you in that movie, with Will Smith, Emancipation. You saw a nigga, talking about, I forgot how the scene went, but pretty much, I think, Will Smith's character was praying, and then the nigga was like, man, look around, is God here? Just those type of niggas that that's defy the Most High. This is This is Baruch chapter 4, verse 6. You were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because you moved the Most High to wrath. You were delivered unto the enemies, for you provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils, and not to the Most High. Ye have forgotten the everlasting power that brought you up, and ye have grieved Jerusalem that nursed you. Yeah, man. Come in, after, all these different fucking idols, man. But not to our own power, but not to our own, our own strength, man. You know what I'm saying? Not to our own, our own power, man. That's why we was brought here, in wrath. How about we was brought here in sardines, in cargo, fucking packed in like cargo in ships. Bro, name any other people that was moved across from one body of water on the planet to another nation, and in ships, man. It's human trafficking. In ships, literal ships. Packed in like sardines, man. If you had to use the bathroom, you had to piss and shit, in the very same place where you was, for fucking sitting at, laying at. Jake's throwing up on each other. Jake catching diseases because of the feces. The feces that was, just being stuck there. You couldn't go, man. Been traveling in the body of water for months. You gotta eat what the fuck they gave you. Your arms and your wrists, you're chained up to the floor. You had to shit and piss where you was at, man. Think about that, man. That's a whole, think about that, man. You in a ship inside a big ass ship, man. Must have been, all types of, hot, hot and muggy, musty, feces on the floor, throw up on the floor, piss on the floor. You're hearing wailing and screaming and crying. pain, man, suffering, man, oppression. You know, we had to endure that, man. You know, Esau coming down the steps, you know, with with a pot full of bullshit, man. With a pot full of, a pot full of just gumbo. You gotta eat, eat what the fuck they gave you. Tormenting you, man. You chained up, you know. You inside a ship for weeks and weeks, traveling to a different continent for months. You know what I'm saying? We're sold to the nations, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody, man. That's why when you read the curses, on Deuteronomy, to prove that we are the people, ain't nobody has went through that type of, that type of suffering, man. The translated slave trade, ain't no other, body of people has suffered that type of thing, man. And then you had the northern kingdom, the northern tribes. See, the northern tribes were already, over on the western parts. Second Ezra, I believe, 14. When the northern tribes, were already over here, man. The Taínos and the natives, so-called, already, in places like the Central Americas and, the Hispaniola, the islands of Hispaniola. Yeah, Issachar, yeah, Zebulon, yeah, Gad, Reuben, over here, already in the western parts, man. Until, your boy fucking Cristobal Colon and the conquistadors, the Europeans came in, in the name of their God, to perform, their God-given, faith, their belief, their manifest destiny type belief. And started committing. Conquistadors, tormented Jake, man. Because why? Because of the same purpose, man. Because of our, idolatry, man. What you think Jake was doing? And Jake was keeping the law, statutes, and commandments for a certain period of time. For a certain period of time over here in the western parts of the world. But later on, a good movie to watch is Apocalypto, man. They show you how, Jake was just committing fucking human sacrificing, all types of weird shit, man. That was nowhere in our custom to do. Started, poking holes to their body, trying to be like the heathen, man. Eating all types of abominable shit. Trying to be like the fucking heathen, man. And boom, just Jake walking around just butt naked and shit. The woman walking around with her titties out and just leaves over the the bottom parts, acting like the heathen. The Taínos, what Esau would call us Indians or savages or some shit, We was all committing after idolatry, man. Collectively, at some point in time, as a nation, man. The Lord has justly brought forth judgment, man. We get that in Zephaniah. Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 5. The just Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doth he bring his judgment to light. he faileth not, but the unjust no shame. You know? How about some outside? He's not respecting a person, man. He ain't gonna tolerate, fucking, he ain't gonna tolerate disobedience, man. You know? He's not gonna tolerate disobedience, man. You know, so what does he do? He gonna judge you accordingly, man. See how we kept the ways of our forefathers, in faithfulness to Yahweh by Shemi Shai, we wouldn't have been like this, man. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't have been like this, man. If we kept the ways of our forefathers, we would have been alright, man. The Lord is just, man. How about Shemi outside is just? But we go back to the precept. Isaiah 47:6. I was wroth with my people. I polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy upon an ancient, hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. And the Lord caused to where, he sent forth the, we read in Baruch, chapter 4 and 6, we were sold to the nations, man. Sold into the base of our enemies. It was free spoil. Built the whole country, built the whole dynasty off our blood, sweat, and tears. Off our backs, man. Of the blood, sweat, and tears, of our nation, we built this place, man. This place is being haunted, man. Yahweh Shemi outside is visiting Egypt, man. The Lord did say we're gonna be brought into Egypt again in ships. Deuteronomy 28 and 68. It's Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord Yahweh by Shemi shall bring you to Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. There you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. Once again sold unto our enemies for bondmen and bondwomen. There's so many movies, man, but it doesn't do it right, man. The atrocities that was done in real life are way worse than movies, than any movie.